Yo,
What's good?
my guy.
It's poppin'. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, bro. It's nice having you on here.
Yes, it's really a blessing, bro. It's really a blessing.
Nah, facts. You've been going crazy, especially on Fridays. Fridays it seems to be your day.
I mean, I came up with the concept like 2 years ago because I wanted to find a way to like give people like the way of like they could see what kind of artistry I have, because I wasn't really like fonded of like showing the real me until like I started seeing that people were like, oh man, this is actually you. This is actually good. So,
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like the original Freestyle Fridays Volume 1 came out 2021, but like at least on SoundCloud you had like all the collection of them together. Did you do like the same release form as you was doing like right now back then?
Yeah, in 2019 I released the Freestyle Fridays. I released it as an idea to like put myself out there more in social media, because I was trying to figure out a way to gravitate to a lot of people in different realms, like if it's trap or is it hip hop or boom bap. I wanted the whole premise to be fun. I wanted to give them me. I didn't want to give like some like, oh yeah, look, I'm the best, because like everybody says they're the best, but like in my universe I am immaculate. Nobody can ever defeat that. But it was just a way of like, I could give the people something just fun to watch, like a TV show, like MTV.
Yeah.
I followed the same formula. Going back to your question, I followed the same formula to release it the same way, but I made it more cinematic this time. Because the first time it was more like we was just coming up with the shit. It was Brian Cruz. He was like the first videographer I ever worked with, and then now this go around, my partner, Sherm. Now we created the season 2. We want to make that shit feel crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nah, and like they're all kind of like a minute around there in length, so it's really like kind of quick. You get to the consumer doesn't feel overwhelmed. Like you kind of get to the point of it quickly, and it's just fun to consume. It's not too much.
I didn't want to like give people like too much. Cause these are more like side stories to like who I am, It's not really like the main story, so we didn't want to go all out, but we wanted to go like to a point that it's like, ooh,
yeah.
Not like a, ooh, whoa, what the, oh man, yo, whoa, you doing too much, that they have to like, I didn't want to give that yet, because, I'm working on the album.
Is that kind of, what about like your first project, What Am I? Is that like kind of what that was, a little bit of showing them the story?
Yeah. What Am I was basically like a personality trait that I named Billy. It was like a personality trait that I felt like it was like the grittiness, the shit I went through, the shit that built me up to this point. But it wasn't really Raydeo. Was more of my angry side of Raydeo.
Yeah.
So my angry side is more of Billy, which is like he wows out, goes crazy, just doesn't give a fuck, says disrespectful shit. No trap shit.
Yeah.
But that's just one side of me that I'm ready to present the other sides, because every project is going to be like a different personality trait.
Do you have like a particular song that kind of marked the transition of like, all right, this is kind of the end of that era and the beginning of like this new Raydeo?
Yes, it's called Run It Up. That song was a song that like it was like a bridge. It wasn't more like yo, this is me, I'm in here, da da da. It was more like all right, we're gonna release this song and I'm gonna give them the best of both worlds. I'm gonna be fun with it, I'm gonna be animated, but also I'm gonna bring like still the trap formality. But at the end of it, it's just a transition to like, all right, this is gonna be me the next time you hear me, So Run It Up was mostly that, and it was still fun. But it was more like, a little bit of a sense of like, okay, this is Raydeo.
Yeah.
Because I get that question a lot, like, what is Raydeo? What is that, So.
Is there like a particular meaning behind that name and like you being Raydeo World? Like what is the significance behind that?
The significance behind it is actually a video game that I played when I was a kid. It was just one day I woke up and my father was playing Xbox, the original Xbox, and it was him and my brother. I woke up and it was this fucking game called Jet Set Radio, and the fucking announcer was named Professor K, and he'll be like, yo, this is Professor K, and you listening live, and this is Jet Set Radio, and that name, when I just, back in like middle school, And I was talking to one of my old friends. He was like, yo, man, if you're going to be a rapper, what's going to be your name? First thing that popped in my head was Raydeo. Yeah. Not because of the name sounded cool, but because it just sat with me since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Like, that game was so animated, so bubblegum.
Yeah, you be graffitiing and shit.
Yeah, all that shit, bro.
Skating around.
Exactly. So that's because I mostly get my influences and most of my like shit from like video games. Like all my music, all my photography stuff, and the content you see is from video games that I grew up with. Because when I was little, I really didn't have friends, and cliche as it sounds, like I'm not gonna say I was a weirdo, but I just knew that I wasn't even. I was more of the odd, and games was just really that's the shit that saved me. That's one of the shits I wanted to do when I was a kid.
What, like make video games and stuff?
Yep. I thought first I wanted to make video games. Then I went to high school and I was like, maybe I want to do photography, and I started doing photography. And then like I was just having the worst day of my life. I was in Martin Luther King High School. That school is terrible, but there's always beauty in the madness. Yeah. But that school is fucking terrible.
What grade were you when we had like this trash ass day?
I was a freshman. Damn. Bro, I was. It's a funny thing. I'm gonna tell you the story. I was okay, because my mom's gonna see this shit. I skipped class. I have never skipped class in my life. Yeah. This how bad the school was. Like I was determined to not talk to nobody. Like it was already December. I haven't spoke to nobody since school started. But mind you, school starts in September. I haven't spoke to niggas in months. People think I was a weirdo. They're like, why this nigga's always quiet? In my head, I was like, yo, fuck these delinquents. Because, like, bro, we was literally in the basement. I had to come in, take off my fucking jacket, my ring, all that. Can't bring my phone. So, it's like, I'm in jail. It felt like jail. Yeah. And one day, I just got tired of it. And I was, like, crying when I woke up. And my mom was like, get ready for school and shit. And then prior, I've been telling her, please transfer me, Mm-hmm. She was not trying to hear that shit. Mm-hmm. So I went out and I was just upset. And I skipped school with the wrong crowd of niggas, and we went to like some building. They were smoking, and like the moment that I knew like this was like not me, or like what the fuck am I gonna do in my life, is when like niggas was smoking, niggas passed me the blunt, and I kid you not, bro, I almost took a hit. Like I looked at it and I was like, is this really? I'm not saying that people who smoke are bad. Yeah, I'm just saying that, like,
for you, it's not you.
For me, it's not me. Like my whole family, generation after generation, my brother, everybody, they've done it. Not me. Because I always saw when I was a kid that shit ain't for me. I even hate this. I hate the smell, but not Like once again, I have no problem with smokers and all that shit. Yeah, love y'all. But to continue the story, I looked at it and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck am I gonna do in my life? And these niggas are laughing. At like life is good, like they're comfortable and shit, and I'm just nah, man. So like what I did was I turned around, I was like I pretended, and then I said and these niggas were high as fuck, so they're like, yo bro, that shit hit you. I was like, yeah. But yo, I gotta go. I'm gonna leave. Actually, it's kinda like I'm a man hungry. He's like, I bet, see you later. Niggas don't give a fuck about you. Like, I bet, leave. I literally go back to school. It's already I'm already 3 classes late. I go back to school and I'm sitting.
You couldn't go back home.
Nah. There was the cops were patrolling. No, my mom and my dad, they used to work in corners. So like the cops were patrolling. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go home. I went home and not go home. I went to school and I was in the 1 train and I'm listening to like my music and I'm just thinking about life and I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do with myself? Because at this point, high school, I thought it was gonna be on some High School Musical shit. Wrong. I thought it was gonna be on some like Happy Jolly shit. Wrong. Everybody's over here like, suck my dick. Fuck you. If you're not popular shit. That's the only thing I got from like Disney and all that shit. Yeah. The popular kids, there will always be popular kids, but them niggas is dicks. But whatever. Yeah. I'm over here like, bro. I'm over here like in my head and. Right there, and I was like mad to myself. I'm over here smelling like weed because these niggas was dead ass blowing it. Yeah. And I'm listening to Logic, and it was a song called Feel Good, and I'm just deeply like really listening to it because usually when I listen to music, I just listen to it and I just enjoy it, and I just turn it off. And that was like literally when I'm listening to it, it was like the first time I actually saw myself rapping, bro. Mm-hmm. Like it was like a thing that he said. He was like, fuck, what did he say? He's like, keep your chin on, motherfucker. He's like, I never spent the time to understand the world, but I was too busy trying to understand the girls. I never told anyone, but I asked my ex to marry me. A couple months later, the bitch buried me. I know what y'all thinking. Logic is still hope. Keep your chin up, motherfucker. Ain't no reason to mope. Cause you got a lot of money and your music is dope. What's all that money in the world if your heart still broke? Well, let's get back to the subject, cause I get off of the topic here in the mic and I rock it. They say they hating and jocking shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's the first time I saw myself saying that.
Yeah.
And like, when I said that, it was like, I know it says Logic, but I heard my name. But at that time, I was like, Johnny.
Yeah.
Keep your chin on, motherfucker. I was like, damn. And then I let it sat with me. And then, like, months later, I'm chilling with my boy. And he's like, yo, man. Because, like, I used to do poetry. I mean, used to. I still fucking do poetry. And, like, writing in school was, like, the best subject to me. Because, like, it was easy. And to end that story off, I think that's the time when I started seeing that maybe music is for me. But at that time, I felt like my voice was not it.
And so, a lot comes. That's a long ass story. There's a lot to digest there.
Yeah, my bad.
What's interesting now is that you do have a track, Legendary, produced by Logic.
Yes.
Did you get in contact with him to get that beat, or was it something you kind of just bought offline?
No. Like, actually, so I'm pretty particular of like how people intake people's words of like, when they're about to like release something or they're about to do something for like the community. So he was like on Twitch, on Instagram and on Twitch, he was basically saying like, yo, I'm gonna start doing this beat tape.
Yeah.
When I start doing my Twitch streams, and I'm just gonna do a beat tape. I'm gonna give it to the fans and they can like do whatever they want with it. No money, no. There's no nothing. There's no cap. There's no nothing. You know, like it's yours. Whoever wants it, wants it. Since it's Logic at this point, 2021, I still respect him and I still love him, even though sometimes some of his songs, some of the past things he has done has not really been to my liking, but I respect the man because of him. It's because of him that I'm the artist I am today. He's putting the elements that I've studied. Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna go on Twitch, I'm gonna do a beat tape, and I went to his Twitch, he did the beat tape, and I heard everything, and then he released the download link on Dropbox. Nobody took it serious. Like, literally nobody took it serious. They were like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, yo, he literally did that for you can make a song. He wants to hear somebody actually. I've searched all across the internet, all that shit. There's only, white boys over here like trying to. Nobody don't hear that shit, but I love y'all. But you feel me? Hip hop is, you feel me, to the people. But when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this shit seriously, and I'm gonna write a song that inspires me the way he done it before. Cause there was a song called "Why You Wait" that I used to hear on SoundCloud from him. Yeah. And he literally, it was literally like a letter to the fans of like, thank you for listening to me, thank you for always waiting, and I promise this album's gonna sound fire. So I wanted to give like a little prenup of like what's gonna happen for the next project that I might release. So there was like a prelogue.
That's what Legendary was.
Yeah, it was like more of a prelogue of like what's gonna happen in the album. Cause at the end of it, if you hear it, it's like a little ding, ding, ding that happens, and it's supposed to depict of like, I'm a spoiler. I mean, if anybody really cares, but whoever cares, spoiler. The album is supposed to be it's like supposed to be like my another character trait, which is me, Raydeo, as Raydeo. Yeah. And in the beginning of it, I sort of get into this coma that makes me fall deep into the mind. Okay. And like the album is titled Maniac, and it's like a depiction of someone's mind. I'm not the main character this time. I'm more of the narrator, and having having like the ability to speak upon people's perspectives of shit that's happened around the world. Not about the pandemic, but more so about like shit that we deal with every day, when it comes to Black lives, when it comes to, fucking the economy and all this shit, things that people should be listening to, and I want to give that, and also be fun with it too, because, music is also a scapegoat, and I understand that I want to give that also to the people, so.
So
Legendary's more of that. Yeah.
So you're a freshman and you kind of have like this revelation that you want to start making music.
Yeah.
But I assume you didn't start right then. But like,
no, I didn't.
When exactly did like that like first initial idea come to fruition?
So I was. There was this show in 2016, the Global Citizen Show, and all my friends at that time, my house used to be the chill spot.
Yeah.
So they all came to my place, and they were like, "Yo, man, there's a free concert coming, and Kendrick Lamar is gonna be there, and Rihanna at the end. You have to go." At that time, I was over here with like one of my exes, and I was like, "Nah, man, I promise you we're gonna go on roller skating." They were like, "Man, fuck that shit. You want to see Kendrick Lamar, right? You talk about him every time.
Yeah.
You really gonna give that up?" I was like, "Hell no, I'm not gonna give that up." So they're like, then come up with a something that you can't come. I was like, damn. So after that, I was like, you know what? Alright, fuck it. I hit her up. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to make it because my parents got me doing da da da. She was like, "Oh, it's okay. I love you." Like, yeah. Alright, nigga, we're gonna go to fucking,
Facts.
So we was all in my house. I was plotting. I've been watching like since that whole idea came to my head. I've been watching like live performances. I've been watching like several of my favorite artists: Tyler, Logic, fucking Kendrick, of course, my idol, and Chance the Rapper, of like how they performed and how they just give energy to the crowd, and how they took their energy and made it their own. So like I already knew how this man was gonna like do a show.
Yeah.
I already knew
Kendrick's routine.
Yeah, I already knew his routine. I already knew what he was gonna say. So I was like, "Yo, bro," I'm like making them watch the live. I'm like, "Yo, he does this, and he's gonna say who wants to come up here. Y'all know out of everybody, I'm the smallest nigga. Y'all have to make sure he sees me." Yeah. They're all like, "We got you.
We'll lift you up and shit."
Yeah, bet. We got there. Time goes by. 3 of my niggas is in the back because they didn't want to come to the front. And then only one of them came with me because I brought him with me. I managed to get to the front myself. Small ass nigga. Mad tall people. Mad foreigners around me. We on the free side.
Yeah.
The free side is more hungry to see.
Of course, yeah.
There's the VIP side that...
It's like 4 people and they all chilling, drinking water, like looking...
Exactly.
Calm.
So I'm over here like... I'm not moving my seat. I'm not moving nowhere. I'm staying right here. And I'm fucking sweating bullets. I haven't ate and I haven't drank water. And I'm stuck in the same spot like that. Like that.
Yeah, man. People crowding you.
Like that. So he finally comes out. I tell everybody around me, "I'm sorry if I stomp on you. I'm sorry if I hit you. But I'm here to see this man. Y'all have heard me all day." And they all looked at me. And they just like... They understood. They're like, "It's okay, bro."
Yeah.
Matter of fact... There was like people around me that like if you could grab onto us.
Yeah.
You could grab onto us to like jump and they're like, "It's okay." So when he came out, bro, I swear to God, everybody didn't exist. I'm just looking at this man and he's performing Levitate. Nigga performed Collard Greens. I went crazy. And then we performed Mad City. When he performed Mad City, oh my God, bro. I looked at my boy, I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm going Super Saiyan. Nobody is stopping me from getting to this goal." Then after Mad City, he just comes the fucking instrumental. The band is playing like a little silhouette, He goes, "Yo, where my partner go? One partner. He supposed to come up here." "Yeah, that's real life." And he pointed at someone else. And the person he pointed at, I don't know what he said, but it looked like he said no. And he's like, all right. And then he's going to go to the other side. And I don't know, he just stopped. And then he came right back. And he literally went like this. "What?" And he's looking straight at me. And I'm looking straight at him. And I'm like this. I'm like, before that even happened, I go like this to my boy. I'm like, "Yo, take my camera." Because I was a photographer. I'm like, "Take my camera." I'm wearing a big ass yellow hat that says De La Soul on purpose. Because no one's wearing hats. I'm trying to make myself obvious. I go like this. He's like, "Bro." He just looks at me. He doesn't say that. He's like, "I got you here. I'm holding it." I'm like, and then he does this. He's like, "That's real life." I go, "Yeah." And then the big ass screens fucking cameraman from the TV shit. Nigga bum rushed everybody, puts the camera in front of my face. I'm not even looking at him. I'm just still like looking straight at this nigga. And everybody else, I didn't even know until I watched the video back.
Yeah.
Everybody around me, even from
just
like back, they're going like this. No, they're not looking at me. They're going like this.
Oh.
They're like him, and I'm not even noticing that these niggas are with me. They're like him, right here. And as the camera's pointing at me, like. I wish it would have went back to him. Like, as I'm going like this, he was going. And then that's what he said. Yo, give it up for my Day 1 fan. This is a loyal Day 1 fan. My Day 1. Yo, man, this is noise. And then I was just like, overwhelmed, bro. I'm just like, is this nigga talking to me?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my boy. He's looking at me. He's like looking at me with the eyes like, nigga, you said this was going to happen. And it fucking happened. And he said, real talk, I might not see him in this crowd, but he got something special. Yeah, I see you. And then right when he said that, he's like, I got most of the craziest fans. I'm over here speaking gibberish.
Yeah,
I got most of the craziest fans. And then he went on. He said, we're gonna dedicate this show to my partner right here. And then he did King Kunta. And after he left, bro, after he left, like I literally smiled. He was walking away, and I started tearing up. But it wasn't like ooh. It was more like a. Like it happened and it did it, and then I told myself like I think I finally got my answer.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been working towards meeting that nigga again, but face to face, no concert, no fans, just face to face.
Yeah, just on some let's work or even look, I'm here.
And then the following year, like I went through a whole stage. Like my hair was growing and shit. I had like the fuckboy haircut. My boy just one day said, hey man, wanna do music? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me try. And I was always listening to him and shit. And like, you know, his advice.
What was like the first type of music you started making?
Oh man, shit, nigga, Tribe Called Quest type shit. Like, you know, like shit like that, bro. Like,
yeah.
Do that. And I thought like, oh yeah, I could do that. And that would be cool, you know, people would like it. And then, like, you know, I have friends, I'll be like, yo, bro, you gotta cut that shit out, because we in a time and place where niggas don't want to listen to that. And then I actually believed that, and I started trying to transition. And that's the thing, that's where I fucked up, because I wish I was, like, true to myself the whole time.
Okay.
You know, because when it came to music, I was so confused of, like, maybe I gotta do this to make this work. Maybe I gotta do this to make this work. But nah, bro. Nah, the way it wants to work is, like, you're supposed to stay true to yourself, and there's gonna be at least one person, two people, or three that's gonna fuck with you personally, and it's gonna build on from there, you know. And I never knew that until like I started really putting out those Freestyle Fridays, and then I'm honored for the album. What am I? But that's not me. I don't. That album does not define me. I don't want that album to define me. So, yeah.
Do you feel like what aspect of your creativity does like your music rely on first? Like, do you go kind of based more on like the sound, like the beat, like first? Like
No. I go based on story. I don't give the beat is just an extra layer for me. The lyrics extra layer for me. I focus more on like what's the story I'm gonna tell that people could relate to, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like it bro, honestly, people could hear a beat and they'd be like, "Yo, man, this fucking beat is fire." Alright, cool. Are you listening? You know, but that's not on them. That's on me, because if you're not really saying anything, they're not really listening. Now it comes to the point, if you're gonna make some fun music, get a beat, you know, make it fun. Alright, bump it. But if you're gonna make some shit that's like more like conscious and more like, you know, the beat's more stale, but also has like very orchestrated instruments, then it's more of what you're saying. So when I make my music, I literally always try to think of a short story. Every time. Every song is a short story. Every time, no matter what. I think that's like, not everything. I know that's my like niche and my niche that I gravitate towards. Like, I love telling stories. I love movies. I've been loving movies since I was a kid. Like, I'm very a cinematic person. I'm very animated, and just when it comes to music, I want to bring that too, you know?
No, I think like especially on more recent songs, you can tell that like in Middle Whittle, it's definitely like a very clear kind of story in terms of not like very linear, but from childhood more to contemporary, and then the result of that.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, music is entertainment. So I understand that. Like, I used to be on one of them niggas that I'll just be like, yo, bro, those people are just straight trash. Like, whack. They're fucking whack.
What, people are just kind of rapping for fun?
No, not just rapping for fun. Like, people who are just trying to get to the, oh, yeah, that's working. Let me do that. And let me just, you know, try to make money off of that. You know, I don't really give a fuck about the art. I just really care about the...
Which artist would you, like, describe, like, put in that category?
A lot of niggas gonna hate me for it. I don't really give a fuck, nigga. Drake.
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah.
100% Drake. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what can it be. If it's working, if it's making money, and he has a smart ass marketing team, you know.
Of course.
He's gonna make it. You know, we have heard him do Caribbean. We have heard him do soft spoken music. Mm-hmm. We have even heard a nigga try to rap hard.
But I mean, like, changing his genre, and I personally do agree that, like, he...
But here's the thing. You say changing his genre, but I know he changes his genre. Like, I've been rocking with this nigga since back in 2009 when he was wearing the Pico. I'm just saying that... Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, you know, I just miss the times where artists were themselves. You know, everybody's their own entity. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, real always recognizes real, and... No matter what, even if you're starting to do music, if you're starting to do music, bro, please do not think that all because everybody's over here using that Pop Smoke beat and they're saying, "Oh my God, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. That was my nigga." No, bro. Be true to yourself. Be true to what you know, and be true to what you love and what you hear. Don't fake the funk, bro. A lot of people in this industry fake the funk, and then later on they wonder why. Oh man, why am I not lasting? Because you're not
doing what you...
Not even that. You're just not limitless. You're not a classic. You're just fast food. And that's straight up. Some people that start too now, fast food. Shit, I might be fast food for people. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, I know to myself that I make shit that I love. You know what I'm saying? I make shit that I want to hear. And also, I know for the fact that, from my learning experience, that the way it's not going to work, that I'm going to have to gravitate to people's liking for me to just... be appealed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I used to think. Like, you know, people who start off, they see it as what I'm gonna do to make people appeal to my sound, what I do. And that's not really art. That's not really hip hop, bro. Hip hop was basically like you tell the story,
it's still
how you came from, you know?
Yeah, like you be you, then people are attracted to that.
Exactly. Like for example, like I'm like Nas and shit, you know? Nigga was over here and he was in fucking New York, bro. Like just to himself, making music and that ass speaking about what he used to do on the block, walking around the block rapping. You know what I'm trying to say? There's no chain. Maybe there's a little chain because that's what the people. You know, sometimes you want to, you know, flaunt for yourself, but behind it is a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Biggie Smalls. That nigga went through the mad shit. Tupac, mad shit. You know what I'm saying?